crispy.
Alright, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Figures in Action. And today I bring to you a strip club bar, a strip bar, a club bar. I bring you the Bada Bing, or inspired by the Bada Bing, which is the bar in The Sopranos. Was contacted by a gentleman who is a fan of The Sopranos, and he wanted to know if I can create for him a bar similar to the Bada Bing. And I've been asked to do bars before, and I've kind of hesitated a little bit as there's a lot of moving parts. But I figured, man, this would be a cool little project, you know, and was able to get some reference pictures together. Unfortunately, you can't really take pictures in strip clubs, so there wasn't a lot of great pictures to kind of go through. But I figured it out and came up with something that I was happy with. So this is what the bar looks like when all the lights are off. Now, unfortunately, I'm filming this in the daytime, so you can't see the full effect of it, but in the pictures you'll be able to. But I also wanted to film it in the daytime just because I did want at the very least have a little bit of that background light. But let's turn on the bigger lights and let's kind of get into this real quick. So let me see here. Let me turn off these lights first and foremost. So first and foremost, this rack up here is from McFarlane's NASCAR action figure line, where some figures come with these two racks, and you put this like cloth logo loin type thing in between it, and you stand up the figure in front of it. So use these two as my light racks. These are just finger lights that, you know, all of us have used before. Let me turn those off. The cool thing is, I don't know if you can see here, so the finger lights right here, you can see it moves, so there's articulation, and then it has like the little ball joint that I was able to just fit right into that triangle, so that worked out perfectly. So there's that. Then we have the bar, which is a movable bar. Let me turn off the lights in the back. Man, it's just so much to explain that I'm gonna try my very best. And the battery's about to die. I hope it doesn't die before I finish this. If so, then I'll just continue recording. So we have this bar here. So let's just take it out piece by piece, because I think that's probably the best way to do it. So we have this bar. It's just a one-piece bar. And behind the bar, we have a made-from-scratch sink, like a drop sink that you usually see at bars. We have a made-from-scratch kind of freezer, hollowed out. Not painted in the back because it's not necessary. And we have a made-from-scratch beer cooler. This one was not hollowed out, and it's not painted in the back. It's just black paper. So those three pieces fall right underneath the sink. Then we have to actually lift this up a little bit so you can kind of take off the strip pole. Strip pole is just a dowel rod, and I wrapped it up in aluminum paper. That aluminum tape paper or whatever. And it came out pretty good, and that's just a Lego piece. Let me see. A Lego piece that let me see if I can get a good, that I just kind of made into this into the bottom of the dowel rod there, just to give it more stability. And then we have the stage itself, where first is the stairs to get to the stage, and this is all out foam. So these stairs are there, then you kind of just flip them on there. Then you have the stage itself. It's lit up, and you can see kind of all the wiring. I'm just going to take off the batteries because we don't need to really have it right now at this point. Take that battery out. So yeah, so basically the idea here when I created this was I used this same paper. It's like a mirror paper. I used it here so that these little lights kind of shine twice as bright. I didn't want it to be too bright or too dull. I did the same thing with the lights that come out of here. I put a little piece of that mirror paper here, so it does give it a little bit of extra shine. That's just a bottle cap from something that I made into a light. There's a little curtain here that leads to kind of their dressing room. Just a board for important announcements and what have you. And this thing measures 24 inches across, so it's a solid 2 feet across and about 15 inches tall, and I believe it's 14 inches deep, if I remember correctly. Yeah, man, the way it's lit up in the back, another thing that I want to show is this little part. You have to take it off, and this just lights up that light that I just showed in there, that homemade light. But once you take that off, that's free, and then you can take this wall out. It's real similar to how I've made some other projects. Oh, actually what I did, good thing that it happened, I kept it so that the top here has this cover so that you can put light through the top. That's the other light that I was missing. Again, that'll show up in the pictures. But then you can take this off and you can take a picture from the top if you wanted to get the girls dancing or what have you. So I thought that was a pretty cool feature. I was going to permanently glue this, but I was like, nah, man, it's a good opportunity for people to kind of take a different angled shot. So you can take a shot from there. Those two pieces that just fell are additional dowel rods. If you wanted to hang anything in the light rack, but this is what the ceiling looks like, pretty much boxed up. Stairs again, balsa, excuse me, not balsa, but foam, and then basically comes down to these four walls, and everything's magnetized, and you can just take this off, and you're good to go. The back is a little messy because of all the wiring, but this is what it looks like in the back. Not a very extensive review here or showing of this bar dial. It's one of those situations where, you know, it's not the easiest thing to work with, just like, you know, like black, as because usually black is kind of the base color a lot of times, so it's really difficult to just kind of you know, rock out a piece that's all in black because it just doesn't have much personality. So I'm hoping that, oh, I'm sorry, and this was painted here almost as a do not cross line for anyone who's not a staff person, but also it's a guide to where you put the stage, where you put the stairs. So for example, I have it set up so that the stage kind of falls right there at the red line, and the stairs, the steps fall like right in place. So that's just a guide so he knows where to put it, because then the strip pole has to kind of connect to the ceiling there. So and this was a piece of, I think, birch wood. And this is all foam as well. This is all, for the most part, is basswood or balsa wood. What else did I miss out? Again, that mirror paper, we wrapped it around a little bit. This is just more foam, more foam. The lights are coming from under here, but I did put a lip